What's going on, guys? We're here with Carrie and James. We're doing another kind of workout breakdown video. Carrie and James trained together at Man-Made CrossFit, and Logan is their coach. And they did a workout together, so we're gonna break that down today. Carrie, James, you guys just want to introduce yourself, or?
Yeah. I'm Carrie Tobias. Some of you guys might know me from the last podcast I did with Kyle. Been with Blacklisted for several months now. We train under Logan. He's our coach. James and I train pretty regularly together out of Cypress, Texas.
Right on. James, you want to go?
Yeah. James Lewis, yeah, and said same thing. So Logan's our coach. As you can probably tell by my accent, I'm not from here. So I got here probably about 11 months ago now. So I've nearly been here full year, and I've been with Blacklisted for around 3 or 4 months as well now.
Yeah, James, where are you from originally?
I'm from Wales in the UK originally. So
okay,
yeah.
Where is it? Is that like on the Big Island, or is that like somewhere else on?
No, yeah. So it's southwest on UK.
Okay.
Right on the seaside.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
What brought you to the U.S.?
My wife's from here, so I came over with her about a year ago, and then kind of just moved on about from there. I think it's been here.
Right on. How long were you guys living in Wales for?
Well, she was over on like a study abroad thing, so she was doing some school in the UK, and I met her that way. And then we went back and forth a couple of years, and then we decided that one of us was going to make the move one direction, and then I came this way. So
it's a good choice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. We're glad you came this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so workout we're breaking down today, 4-time, 60 double unders, kind of like a chipper down and back. So 60 double unders, 30 dumbbell snatches, 50-35, 60 double unders, 30-21 cal row, 60 double unders, 30 toes to bar, 60 double unders, 30-21 cal row, 60 double unders, 30 dumbbell snatches. So kind of just the toes to bar sandwich in the middle there, and then you work your way back down. So what were your guys' strategies going into this workout, like when you first saw this workout?
Logan's been giving me goals recently, because I think I ask him every day. He sends me one, like, what's my goal? So
Yeah.
He's been kind of breaking down our time, which I've really liked. I want to say his goal for this one was 11 to 13 minutes.
Okay.
I think my first thoughts on it was it's quite a bit of double unders. I mean, the 60 reps are not a high rep set, but it was like 4 or 5 sets of it.
Right.
A lot of times too, with like grippy movements, like toes to bar, dumbbell snatch, my double unders have a tendency to break down a little bit. That's something I've been kind of working on, adjusting my hand position and that kind of thing. So I think my original strategy was, definitely not break the dumbbell, but I went in planning on breaking toes to bar more than I usually would to save my grip on the double unders. But through the workout though, I was super excited because I think all my reps were really good. I don't think I even tripped on the rope once. And I ended up moving my hands. I've been doing it with my arms really long. I've made an adjustment, bending the elbows and bringing them higher, and that's made a huge difference for me.
Yeah.
I think that's all I really thought about going in. Okay,
right on. James, what was your kind of strategy for this? Just full send, or?
So about double unders under fatigue are usually quite good for me, and I can use them as a rest more so. So I wasn't really worried about gassing out or tripping too much on the double unders. And obviously the dumbbell snatch was first, so I knew that you got to hold on for the full 30 of them. I think in my head I was like, I'm not going to row too hard in the first row because I knew I had toes to bar after it, and I was going to probably try and break them into 2 sets if I could, which is what I did, and then push a little bit harder on the second row, on the double under, and then just try to hang on to that dumbbell for the last set 30. Finish off.
Right on. Yeah. Carrie, what's going on over there?
Did you hear that?
What was that?
I don't know. Like, it sounded like thunder or like an explosion. I don't know. That scared me. Did you hear that on the screen?
Yeah.
It's not raining. James, did you hear that where you are?
No, I didn't get anything from me.
It's thunder, but oh god, that scared me.
Always something with Carrie.
I know.
Okay, you guys ready to play this video, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3. Oh, also probably mute it if you guys haven't. Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Yeah. So, Carrie, you can see like the first thing I noticed was like the difference in double unders. So, I went to a jump and rope seminar a long time ago, and Molly Metz always talked about keeping your hands down by your hips. So if you guys take a look at James' double unders, his hands are down by his hips, and then Carrie's are a little bit higher than her hips. That probably has something to do with rope length. But then if you go and look at their shoulders, so James is kind of nice and relaxed. You can almost see his pecs like bounce up and down. So that's a good sign that they're loose. And Carrie, once she comes back to the double unders here, like you can see your shoulders or your traps are pretty like tight and rigid. So I actually think that your there was the dumbbell dribble that you posted in your story the other day. But I think your shoulders might be impinging your grip and causing some tightness in the forearms. Just from being so tight, like it's an occlusion factor. So like if you're tight up top, you're not gonna be able to get blood into the forearm. So that might be like the next thing you kind of try and focus on your double unders, just like trying to relax the shoulders. Actually, maybe try and drop the hands a little bit.
But see, that's what I was saying. Like I've been trying to have them longer. It's actually been harder for me. So that's why I kind of went back to the shorter, and I was able to relax a little more. But I think that's just something I gotta keep working on and like.
That might. Yeah, and there was one other thing that I noticed in the double unders that we'll point out here when you get back to those. But yeah, James definitely ripped through those dumbbell snatches. So I don't know if it's the camera angle or not, Carrie, but if you look at your left arm, that arm is like wrist. It looks really good, and that's like right now it's actually down by the hip. And then
I think I'm behind on the video. I just picked up the rope on my video.
Oh, okay, sorry. So if you look at the left arm,
I've always noticed it's like one like this.
Yeah, it's like a little crooked. So that actually might be something that you can focus on too. Is the right arm looks a little bit more like elbow oriented, and the left arm looks a little bit more wrist oriented. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So,
and it's funny because like when I do them, I do not feel it at all. So it's like when I watch it on video and I'm like, you can clearly see it.
Yeah.
And doing them, I don't feel it. So
yeah, you almost have to like bring awareness to it or something.
Yes, for sure.
James, what row pace did you decide to row at?
So I was trying to hold like around 1400. Whenever we try and do rowing in workouts, Logan always tries to say us to pull around 1500. If I can, but I knew obviously I had the toaster bar straight after the row.
Yeah.
So I kind of like went a little bit softer on the first row, so around 1400, and then picked it up a little bit harder on the second row. So I was up about 1500 in the second row, that kind of thing. Okay.
And where does that number kind of come from, the 1500? How'd you settle on that for like your kind of average row pace?
Yeah, it was just so all the rowing intervals. Well, Logan's had me doing, we'd be doing different things with the rowing in there. He always try and says to get the split at around 1500 or higher if you can for this style of work anyway. Obviously, if it's like a longer row, then I would probably drop it to like 1300 a say. But something that's not, it's maybe like a minute and a bit worth of work, then I can pull a little bit harder and recover a little bit when I come off the row.
Yeah. So that's kind of like you just kind of developed that over time with like some of the stuff that Logan's been giving you.
Yeah, and then just knowing like obviously when I first started doing it, I would try and pull that kind of figure. Then my heart rate would shoot up straight away, and I'd be like gasping for air after my next movement. But the more I did it, that's my kind of like my go-to number now. Is I know I can get on, I can pull that number, and I can hold that and move on to the next movement and just keep going, kind of thing. So
yeah, okay, right on. Some more double unders for you guys to watch here.
Yeah, lots of double unders.
One thing I was noticing, James, you might be able to shorten your jump height a little bit. Actually, you got really you have good wrist movement, so you might actually be able to speed your double unders up and kind of shorten your jump height, not jump as high. And you might be able to speed up your reps a little bit that way. So maybe something to try out. The other thing is, so if you guys – are you guys on the toes to bar now?
I'm still jumping.
About to go to the bar now.
Okay. Oh, man, I somehow got way ahead of you guys.
I'm on the bar now,
You guys are on the bar now?
Yeah, we just started. 3
Okay. So, James, if you kind of watch where you come forward, so like your toes are coming down off the bar and like you're in that front kip position, your shoulders are very tight.
That's a big issue of mine.
Yeah. I remember Logan saying that was one thing you definitely needed to work on. But so this is how it kind of like plays into the sport and plays into like getting better at the sport. So if you take a look at your face as you come down into that position, you can see a little bit of like a grimace or like a flex in the face. What that's doing is it's tightening up your diaphragm and it's not allowing you to breathe in that position. So if this were like a bigger set of toes to bar, like let's say we're getting into 100 reps inside of a workout, obviously you probably wouldn't be doing like 20, 10 or whatever you broke it down into. But accumulated, that's going to start to drive that heart rate up, create more fatigue factors. You're not able to get oxygen in that position. So I think like it looks like your pecs are pretty tight and your lats need a little bit of lengthening, which is pretty common for CrossFit. But that's just kind of like something to keep in mind is like trying to lengthen those a little bit more. So can you feel that at all or no?
Not so much in my toes, but I mean, I feel like when I first start to do a couple of reps, I'm super tight with my shoulders. But obviously, as I go through the set more, I either just get used to doing the way I've done them, or they start, I don't know, they loosen up a little bit. But yeah, I definitely feel that they're tight like early on.
Okay, yeah, but they just kind of loosen up as you do the reps.
Either that, or I just get used to them feeling that way and just carry on with it kind of thing. So
okay, they almost kind of go like numb. Is that what you?
Not so. I just I think because I've always been tight in my shoulders and after about that, I've kind of just got used to moving that way. Okay. So yeah.
Carrie, what were your paces that you were trying to hold on the row?
First row I was holding about 1,000 to 1,100. The second row I definitely fell off a little bit. I was closer to 950.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure I picked it up the last little bit and caught up a little bit.
Okay.
But usually I just aim for like 1,000 when I'm rowing something like this.
Yeah. Is that kind of same thing as James? Like you do a lot of rowing intervals, so you kind of okay.
And I just know that that's a good number for me to still, chip away at calories pretty quickly, but also not like just blow my legs out and get my heart rate going crazy.
Yeah. Is that kind of what it is on the row for you, is like heart rate and legs?
Definitely. Mostly heart rate, but a lot of legs too.
Yeah. Is that kind of the fatigue factor that you were feeling in this workout, was heart rate, or?
To be honest, I was really happy with this workout. Like, I think I did a lot better than I expected, because I've been kind of feeling like I'm getting back in shape. And I remember this is one of the WODs where I was like, man, I feel good. Like, so I was pretty happy with it. I mean, I could have definitely rode a little harder this second one. And then I was really happy with all my transitions and because that's usually when I feel out of shape. I feel like I just transition slow and I make myself like breathe when I really should be going. So I feel like I was able to just get off, go on to the next thing. So I was happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You guys moved really well through this one. Like, obviously, like you guys breathed a little bit on the transitions, which I mean, like you're supposed to on a workout like this. But it definitely looks like you guys are able to recover pretty well on the double unders. James, it looks like you're feeling it right here a little bit.
This is where it started to hurt a little bit. I remember that the second row, we were like, oh man. But
that's when it started to get real.
Yeah, I mean, definitely after the second row, I was like, but hang on. I mean, we're almost done here. And I think, James was able to pull ahead quite a bit on the toes to bar because he went, I think, 18-12, where I broke 2 times. I ended up breaking for 3 sets, so I got a little bit behind there.
Yeah. I think I have to go back and look, but I think James's speed is a little bit faster on the toes to bar too. But
I was doing more of a slow kip.
Yeah. But I think will save your grip a little bit more, Carrie. So like if that's what you were worried about.
Yeah, that was kind of focused to me. Normally I would do the WOD and I would probably do 2 sets like James. And Logan's been kind of talking to us a lot about that on chest to bar, toes to bar, because me and James are both really good at higher rep gymnastics, especially under fatigue. And
Yeah.
sometimes like we feel like for example, chest where I get up and I'm like, well, I could just knock out all 30. It's easier than jumping back up, but it ends up affecting me in later movements. So I've been trying to teach myself break a little more so you can move faster in the end. So
Yeah.
I've been kind of playing with that.
Yeah. So what were you guys feeling at this point in the workout?
Just go.
Get
Yeah, let's
older
go.
on.
Yeah. You can tell by the way I'm hinging and just kind of falling down. It's starting
Yeah.
to hurt.
He's like, just get down to the ground.
Yeah. I think I have like 12 reps after he finishes. So
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything you guys would do different for this workout, or? Oh yeah, you sped up pretty good here, Carrie.
Yeah, the last 6, I think I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
I would have rode the second row harder. I definitely could have. I mean, I was just chilling the first like 10 calories where I would have just attacked it more because I was fine to do this left but unbroken. And snatches is definitely something that I could just do even when I'm dying. So like dumbbell snatch. And see, I'm not even on.
Push the row a little bit more and chopped off like 20 seconds. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Everywhere else though, I think I did good. I can't really think of.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you definitely like you went unbroken on the double unders like you were talking about, so that was pretty huge.
That was good for me, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. James, where do you think you could make some improvements on this one?
I probably could have rode the first row a little harder. So I think I went a little bit more conservative just to try and save a little bit for my toaster bar. Because I know sometimes like when I get my heart rate jacks up, my toaster bar will break down a little bit.
Okay.
But I probably could have, like looking back and now on the way it felt doing it, probably could have rode after this one a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I probably could have shared a couple of seconds. I tripped my rope maybe two or three times somewhere, but I just took them out. There's a couple of seconds saved there as well. But
yeah,
although like I said, I moved the dumbbell fast enough, and
yeah.
you
definitely have your tightness allows you to spring a little bit really well off of the ground, so that's beneficial. But definitely limiter in other areas of the sport.
Yeah, sure.
Is that like if you trip on double unders, is it normally on that first rep? That's what I was kind of noticing was the first rep was kind of like the trip rep.
Yeah, because I do a double on the first one as well. So
yeah,
sometimes if I pick it up straight away and my heart is like super jacked up, and I'm a little bit tight in the first couple.
Okay.
That's when I kind of snag up a little bit there, but then as soon as I can get into the rhythm, then I can just bang them out like bigger sets and kind of thing. So, but I think it's just trying to be like relaxed and calm when I pick the rope up to then start not pick it up to just try and like rip it straight away. Yeah.
I think with that, it looked like when you start, you might be starting with your hands out a little bit wide for that first rep, and so just kind of figuring out how to like start with the hands in a little bit more narrow. You might not trip as bad trip as much on those first reps, but that's definitely like a skill that you need to have to compete at the highest level. So cool. Do you guys have any other thoughts on this one, or any other breakdowns, or do you guys want to leave Logan a message since he didn't show up?
Yeah.
I like that workout a lot. It was a fun one.
Yeah.
I liked it better than my 150-pound sandbag today.
Yeah. How often are you guys hitting workouts together?
Every day. We train. Usually James and I train. Right. We were doing a lot of stuff together, but right now it's been separate. Like we're really focusing on our own stuff. But we still train together. I mean, we usually every morning have a session together, and then afternoon we'll be off today. But for the most part, at least once a day.
Yeah. Cool. Right on. Well, hopefully we can get you guys on here again, and maybe Logan can join us again.
Well, Logan's going to be down on Thursday, so we got a whole weekend planned. So we'll definitely have to go live and share some workouts with y'all because all three of us will be training.
I'll have to call him on Wednesday then. Maybe we can set up some live stuff. So, well, cool. Thanks for jumping on, guys. If you guys like this, please hit the like button on YouTube and subscribe as well. And let us know if there's anything else you guys are wanting to watch. So, thanks for jumping on, guys.
Cheers, Cam. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.